When it comes to flight simulators, Roblox doesn't really come to mind very often, but Roblox still offers excellent options for flight simulators. In this video, I will be covering the top 3 best Roblox flight simulators based off my opinion. You may have a different opinion, but that's okay, we will always have different thoughts. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. Kicking it off with the first flight simulator, we have Flightline. Flightline is a game mostly intended for realistic flight simulation. This game is still in beta, so this game is not fully developed yet, so it may be lacking some other things other flight simulators have. When you enter the game, you are greeted with 5 different options to choose from. You can of course start flying, but you can also become an air traffic controller or explore the map, spectate other planes, and even replay your previous flights. Because I just joined in, I don't have any recorded flights yet. Alright, now let's get into flying. There is a decent amount of aircraft separated into 3 different categories: short-haul aircraft, medium-haul aircraft, and long-haul aircraft. Each aircraft does come with some liveries, but only a limited amount, ranging from 4 to 6 liveries. When selecting your aircraft and livery, a preview of your aircraft will show you what your aircraft will look like when spawning. The airport selection is also pretty limited. There are only 4 airports to choose from. There is also an option to create your own flight plan, but it is a little complicated. When spawning into your gate, there will be a few things that will appear onto your screen. If you aren't familiar with the controls, there is also a controls tab to show the controls of the aircraft. On the top of the screen, there is also a HUD to show the state of the engines. On the bottom left corner, there is a mini-map to show your location. There is also a menu on the top of the screen that shows you the options to return to the main menu to start recording the flight, the autopilot, and other information. The plane models also look very good, as well as the animations. There is even an animated jet bridge. The graphics also look pretty nice, and the day and night cycle is present, and also a weather cycle. The lights on the aircraft are also controllable, for that extra realism. The jet sounds are also realistic, and the physics are pretty good. As you can see, the weight of the aircraft is visible.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
Oh yeah, and there are also crash animations too. Pilot Training Flight Simulator, or PTFS for short, is more of a free flight sandbox game. Even though this game is a bit older, this game does get updated regularly. When entering the game, the first thing that pops up is the main menu. This is where you can set some other settings or go into the store to waste Robux. When you press play, a map with all the islands and airports will appear. PTFS has tons of airports to spawn in. To spawn, you select the island you want to spawn in and select the airport, then you spawn into the actual airport. Spawning a plane is pretty simple. You go to a gate and click on the black button. When you click the black button, a menu of all the aircraft will appear. They are separated into categories, which makes it easier to navigate. Each aircraft also comes with a bunch of different liveries. After you spawn into your aircraft and hopped into the cockpit, a few things will appear onto your screen. The aircraft UI on the top of your screen will show you the throttle, speed, altitude, flaps, and a compass. There's also a controls tab that shows you all the controls of the aircraft if you don't know them. There is also a mini-map on the bottom right of the screen that tells you your location on the map. On the bottom left of the screen, you will find the FOV slider and an arrow that will show other options, such as the GUI settings, missions, and the outfit picker, which costs Robux. The graphics of PTFS are okay. They're not the best graphics, but they're not the worst graphics. And the play models look pretty good. Although there are no animations of the aircraft, the only animations that exist are the jet bridge animations. The aircraft lights are not controllable, so you cannot turn them off. The physics in PTFS are okay, but it is easier to fly aircraft in PTFS. There is also the option to become an ATC in PTFS. Whee! Unfortunately, there are no crash animations, but you are able to crash into the ocean. And in first place, we have Project Flight Simulator. Project Flight is a very realistic flight simulator that is intended to be played realistically. Project Flight is still in pre-alpha, so it is still in development, and there may be some bugs. It also does cost some Robux to play. When joining the game, you will be greeted with the main menu. The main menu offers a few different options. You can obviously start flying, but you can also become an ATC, although that is a game pass. There is a store to buy the game passes too, and you can set some settings. If you are feeling nice, you can donate some Robux to contribute to the development of Project Flight. There are a few things that are not available, such as the ground crew, due to Project Flight's still in pre-alpha. But enough of that, let's get into flying. There are two options for flying, which is free flight and career, but only free flight is available. Project Flight has a decent amount of aircraft separated into categories. Each aircraft has a large amount of liveries to choose from. They even have special liveries. For the airport selection, it is a little limited. Only 7 airports are available. Spawning in, there will be a few things that will appear onto the screen. There is a control tab to show you the controls of the aircraft. A mini-map on the bottom left of the screen is also present. You can also hide it if you want to. There is also an option to create a route and to clear it. On the top, there is an option menu. You can control the weather, set the time, set some other settings, and there are even failures to perform on the aircraft, and there is a camera feature, but it is not yet available. As you can see, the graphics look great, probably the best graphics of any flight simulator on Roblox. There are even runway and taxi lights. jets also sound pretty nice. And the physics are also really good. Animations in this game are really good. There's even gear suspension. Although there are some bugs about this game. When it turns nighttime in the game, it gets way too dark to the point where you can barely even see anything. And there's also this weird bug where after you land, the rudders don't work at all. So you have to get out of the aircraft and re-enter it. There are no crash animations in Project Flight, but it is possible to crash into the ocean. And there you have it. These are the top 3 best Roblox flight simulators in my opinion. All of these flight simulators are great in their own ways, but what do you think? Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed it, then smash that like button, and I'll see you guys later. See ya!